November 2023, $937,908 in mortgage due. That's not a typo. That's exactly what we coughed up from our multifamily apartment property mortgages.
Now, stick with us for some quick eye-opening math. Multiply that by 12. We're talking $11,254,896 a year. Just sit with that number for a second.
You're probably wondering, why are we not freaking out? That's a mountain of cash, right? Here's the kicker. We're not the ones paying the bill. Yep, you heard that right.
No cash, but there's a whole lot of strategy behind this. And we bet you're thinking, come on, who's actually footing this massive bill?
In today's episode, we're going to dive deep. We're not just talking theory here. We're going to bring a real-life case study to the table. Fair warning, there's going to be some math involved, but we promise we'll make it as painless as possible.
Now, before we begin, we want to let you know the caveat is we're talking about income-producing properties here. We're not talking about some strangers paying down your personal home.
We also want to clear the air about one critical distinction, the difference between mortgages on single-family rentals versus multifamily base you're playing with. To explain this, let's have an analogy of an ant colony.
Okay guys, think about this. Some ants can lug around 10 to 50 times their own weight. Now, if you're not wow yet, let's put in humans terms.
Picture a tiny 2-milligram ant hoisting around like 10 times heavier than itself. That's like a 180-pound person effortlessly hefting a full-size cow over their shoulders. Mind-blowing, right?
And you might be thinking, nowhere near enough for an ant colony's healthy food needs. But here's where it gets interesting. Multiply that by 100, 200, or even 300 ants. Suddenly, we're talking a whopping 6 kilograms.
Imagine this. This will be like the haul. A hefty watermelon, the kind that you can barely fit in the fridge, or a whole sack of potatoes, enough for a family feast, an array of pineapples, juicy and ripe, and a massive turkey, a star of the dinner table, a large family-sized bag of rice, or even several loaves of bread for sandwiches, all that you can eat for the entire week. Now that's a banquet fit for a queen ant that is. And the best part, if one little ant starts flagging, no worries. They've got a brigade of 299 buddies ready to step in and share the load.
This analogy helps explain the difference between single-family rentals versus multifamily rentals mortgage payments.
With single-family rentals, it's pretty straightforward game. One house, one tenant. They pay you, you pay the mortgage. Simple, right? You'd hope that your rent's more than your mortgage, but we've seen it gone south. But let's be optimistic here.
Okay guys, say rent's $2,000, mortgage is $1,500. You pocket the difference and pay the bank. Sounds like clockwork, but here's the twist. It hinges on one tenant, right? If they bail on paying, guess who's coughing up the cash? You.
Now, flip the script to multifamily apartments. We're talking big leagues here, like 65 units or above. Our personal playground, 300 plus monsters. Forget the staggering price from it, that's another story. Here's a clincher. Our risk isn't tied to one tenant. If a single rent check bounces, no sweat off our backs. We've got an army of tenants.
Our break-even isn't one tenant makes or breaks its scenario. We operate with a 50% economic vacancy buffer, meaning even if half the tenants decide to play hide and seek with their rent, we're still solid.
It's all about economic occupancy, not empty rooms. This is where the biggest difference lies. In single-family game, one family's mishap is your emergency. In our multifamily world, a few non-paying residents, just a blip on the radar. We've got a whole community backing us up.
Here's another crucial strategy to ensure someone else covers your mortgage with ease: picking the right property.
Our formula, aim for high-income areas. Why? Tenants there can easily afford rent. This means steady flow of profits for us, which goes straight to covering the mortgage, ensuring smooth cash flow, and happy investors.
Our secret sauce? Now, we're exclusively invest in A-class apartments. These are modern, built in 2000s or later. Plus, we have a golden rule. The median household income within a 1-mile radius of our properties must be $100,000 or more.
When it comes to rent-to-income ratio, we aim for 3x benchmark. For instance, if the rent is $2,000, we expect our tenants to have a net income of at least $6,000 per month. This ensures that they can comfortably cover their rent without a hiccup.
And here's the real kicker. In this A-class neighborhoods, our delinquency rates are incredibly low, up to less than 1% per month. So mortgage worries?
Virtually non-existent because our tenants are consistently reliable with their payments. Hey, thanks for watching this video. We hope you're enjoying it.
However, we would like to take a moment to invite you to our upcoming Raise More Money Challenge, where we invite a bunch of multifamily apartment general partners and capital raisers, or would-be general partners and capital raisers, to come as we teach them in details the system that can help them raise more money for real estate deals.
We want to invite you to join us on the Raise More Money Challenge. Click the link in the description below. You'll be glad you did. Join us as VIP or VIP Platinum. Now, let's get back to the video you're watching. All right, enough of the theory. It's time to do a Jerry Maguire, show me the money kind of moment. Let's dive into a real-life example, a 200-plus beast we own in Dallas-Fort Worth. We've been running this show for a few years, and we want to lay down some crucial numbers that spell success in this game.
Here's the deal. When you're eyeballing an apartment complex, whether you're buying, operating, or thinking of investing, there are certain health indicators you gotta watch like a hawk, right? Our playbook's simple. We don't mess with anything below 90% occupancy.
We want the property that are already crushing it, not a fixer-upper that needs a miracle. No heavy heavy lifting, no risky flips. We're in it for a steady climb, not a roller coaster.
Let's question some numbers. You'll see how we make it so that others are not just covering our mortgage, but also pumping cash flow into our pockets.
This isn't just about covering that $900,000 plus mortgages. It's about building an income generating machine.
What's in it for them, the tenants?
Top-notch affordable housing with a responsive, reliable management team. When they have a problem, we're on it. This isn't a place for them to crash. It's a home they're proud of. And that makes us more than just landlords. We're partners in a win-win deal.
The tenants get quality living and we get an asset that grows in value, all thanks to them. It's not just about today's cash flow. It's about long-term wealth, beating inflation, and increasing income.
That's a hidden gem here. The property's value will continue to skyrocket. Who wins? We do, and our investors.
All right, let's zero back in on this Dallas-Fort Worth property.
Picture this. In November 2023, this powerhouse raked in $260,730.41 in rent. But wait, there's more. We're not just sitting on rental income. We've got a whole other income stream. This includes stuff like technology package, utility reimbursements, insurance premiums, and carport rentals. That's an extra $50K plus right there. And it all adds up, right? The $260 plus in rent plus the $50,000 in extras. We're talking about an operating income of a whopping $311,377.86.
Sure, there are expenses, staff, marketing, admin, property management fees, the work. That property is clocked $48,363.32 in costs.
The big reveal here is that $311,377.86 minus that $48,363.32 leaves us with a net operating income of $263,014.54. Circle this number, it's key.
Now let's talk about the other outflows, the non-operating expenses. We're talking mortgage payments, the occasional paint job, and parking lot fixes. The heavy lifter here is the mortgage at $123,960.74.
But check out this ratio, the $263,014 in net income against the $123,960 in mortgage payments. Can you see why we're all in on these massive mortgages?
Here's the Kitti Sisters friend. The mortgage cash isn't coming out from our wallets, not even from our LLC. It's the tenants who are shipping in, paying down our mortgage while they enjoy their homes. Is an ultimate win-win.
Why do we love scooping up more large multifamily properties? Simple. While we're kicking back, our mortgage is someone else's worry. We have top-tier property management handling the nitty-gritty, no toilet fixes, no midnight calls, no chasing rents. Our role, strategic oversight.
And what did we get? A steady stream of cash flow, juicy tax benefits, and appreciating income-producing asset we can flip for double or triple profit, right? This, my friend, is called the art of having someone else pay your mortgage.
Mastering this formula, and you're not just playing the game, you're rewriting the rules. Now that you understand how to have someone else pay your mortgage, tune into this episode so you can learn how to buy these assets using other people's money.